and welcome to the Engerati studio. I'm Rose Bundock, Head of Commercial Content. Angel Hernandez joins us now from Prime Alliance. Angel, thank you for coming into the studio. There are 18.2 million Prime Alliance deployed meters globally using the PLC standard. We're here in Turkey. How important is a market like Turkey for Prime Alliance to be brought into the family?
Thank you, Rose, for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be with you. The Prime Alliance is very proud to be in this country. We have been for the last 5 years, and we have a very close relationship with the Elder Association. We are a non-profit association, as you know, Rose, and also the Elder is an umbrella organization in Turkey. So for us, it's very important to work together and understand what are the needs of Elder and the industry in Turkey in order for the Prime Alliance to adapt and cooperate with the Turkish industry.
What do you see are the main drivers in Turkey for smart grid?
Smart grid, the Prime Alliance from the very beginning started with the smart metering, but the end game is the smart grid, by the way. So the motivation in this specific country, in Turkey, is that a lot of renewables are going to be integrated in the grid. So it is important that the grid is transforming, is adapting to this amount of renewable. So the Prime Alliance has developed some standards which are very important for the industry as a foundation in order to implement a smart grid. Smart grid in Turkey, as a first step, is not only the integration of the renewable, but also to give a better service to the end customers.
What about constraints? What's Turkey going to find hard?
So I always found that no matter if it is Turkey or if it's UK or Germany or Spain, there is also a transformation in the way the utilities will work. So it's not anymore a generation from one central point going down to the customers. Today the customers are also participating to that energy sector. So the grid needs to be adapted. So on one side you need to bring some additional technology in which the Prime Alliance community together with all the partners are working on standard. On the other side, the constraint is that the power utilities need also to train, to teach their workforce and their management in order to deal with the transformation of the grid.
How much do you see Turkey as a gateway to its neighbouring countries, Iran, Iraq, and Stans?
It is very important because Turkey is a strategic place for the Prime Alliance, but in the energy sector as such. It is very important that as we are living in a world in which we are trying to reduce the footprint, the CO2 footprint, Turkey is extremely important because it is also a reference for all the region. So having all this wonderful country and the number of engineers being teach on smart grid, on standards and how to implement is very important.
Just turning our conversation now to the broader theme of intelligent grid assets. What is Prime doing to aid utilities with that integration of DERs to protect their grid assets?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Rose. The Prime Alliance has reached a consensus to have all these members working on specific standards. Standards are extremely important because standards are going to enable the implementations of smart grid. And when I say implementation of smart grid, I say not only on the energy efficiency, but also on the integration of renewable. And we have to think ahead of things to prepare the grid for example, the integration of the electrical vehicle, which is very important and which is going to help also make this world a better world.
So what trends are we seeing in making those assets more intelligent and better protected?
So the asset will be more intelligent because we are bringing new assets and we will bring technology like the one developed by the Prime Alliance, will enable a power utility to have a wide range of member, having products which are talking to each other. So it will not be a difficult decision for the customers or for the utilities to choose products and suppliers. So having this large community of suppliers working towards the same goal is fundamental for the implementation of smart grid.
Thank you, Angel. Thank you for your insights.
Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you. Bye-bye, Rose.
You've been watching the Engerati Studios. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for plenty more videos.